and prayers, you can overpower the devil. Asking for more prayer, she said, "I want ye to pray harder," and repeated this several times. And again later, "I want ye to pray harder and harder." This was a night of prayer. One of the last things Our Lady said was, "I will show myself to more people in more places."
Speaking afterwards, the boy said that the vision of Our Lady was inclined to be fading away this night, and so the wonderful events of this momentous week were drawing to a close. Saturday, August the 24th.
At 3 p.m., Tom came to the grotto with his parents. After prayer, he noticed the statue moving back and forth. He asked a question requested by a local nun. "Are you the mother of Jesus Christ?" He got the following reply, "I am."
Our Lady did not speak to the boys again, and so the momentous events of the week at Melleray Grotto were over. What is the significance of these events? It is very evident that God has sent Our Lady to warn the world of impending catastrophe and to exhort the people to pray and turn back to God. Our Lady chose this grotto possibly because of its proximity to Mount Melleray Abbey, that powerhouse of prayer. The pilgrim searching for God must surely find him here.
Since that wonderful week, very many people have witnessed visions in the grotto. Visions of Our Lady, our Lord, Padre Pio, and many saints. There are hundreds of such accounts on record with the Grotto Committee. Since May the 4th, 1986, the miracle of the sun has been seen many times. On that occasion, the sun, appearing as a white disk or host, came right down over the rim of the grotto and was seen by most of the people praying there. Within a matter of seconds, the sun came down a second time, spinning and radiating many beautiful colours. On the 1st of June, Mairead McCarthy and her cousin Judith Dorgan saw the sun miracle, as did many people in the grotto at the time. But as they were leaving, Jesus appeared to them.
And then we saw the face of our Lord replacing the face of Our Lady. He had long black hair and a black beard, and he was looking at us with a very serious face. And then it changed back into Our Lady.
She was the same age as the statue, much the same as the statue. She was praying and looking around. Her mouth was moving, and she was smiling at us. Our Lord came again then, and she was still looking at us, very cross, angry kind of. And he looked out towards the road and down to the front, and he looked back at us again. Then he started to come towards me. I started to get frightened, and I said to Judith, "Could you see it?" And she said no. Then I started to cry. I thought I'd done something wrong. And Judith and I said, "What have we done wrong?" We caught hands and moved back. He was still coming towards us, and then he stopped and we started to move back. He came as far as the sign, I, the Immaculate Conception. Then he moved back to the statue again. Then we saw Our Lady. She was young. She'd long golden brown hair. She'd no veil. She was smiling. She was looking out towards the road and down to the front. She was looking all around. Then she looked at us and she was still praying. Then we saw our Lord again. He was looking at us again, and then he blessed us. And then he looked out towards the road and he blessed the people towards the road, and he blessed down to the front, and then he smiled.
On the 15th of June, Donal Kelleher, Chief Executive Officer with the Waterford VEC, witnessed the sun miracle. But the sun then taking on the shape of what could best be described as a distillation flask, the neck portion extending across the sky southwards, and the bulb taking the shape and colour of a living, beating heart.
Now it was possible to see the auricles and the ventricles in the heart pulsating. Behind the heart there was a red and black cloud formation which seemed to be in extreme turbulence. Within a second or two the heart burst in a firework-like way, and it filled the horizon with a pinkish hue. The sun assumed its original place in the sky and its original colour and brightness. There were several people standing on the roadway, and all of them, with the exception of possibly one, saw what I had seen, and indeed some had far, far more profound experiences.
Fred Forsey, who is a Dungarvan man, has had many visions at the grotto. Our Lady has appeared and has spoken to him several times. Our Lord himself and also Padre Pio have appeared to him. On May the 17th, 1986, Fred was present in the grotto at an all-night vigil.
Dawn broke about 5 o'clock, and at 6 o'clock Our Lady appeared to me again, and she asked me would I get a cross put over the top of the grotto for her son Jesus, he wishes. And I asked Our Lady, would you please help me? So as you can see that the cross is being put up over the grotto here, and it is a wonderful, I think, because it gives the feeling of our Lord Jesus Christ himself here, and you have his mother, Blessed Virgin Mary, here as well. Then on the 17th of August, now that was the anniversary week, I was here in the grotto. So I looked up, and here I saw the sun spinning in the sky. It came down, smashed against the cross, and flames and sparks came off the cross. The whole cross turned a complete black, and then almost immediately it turned to red, and it started to drip like Jesus' blood, and immediately I could feel that the blood coming down off the cross. But it came down to the back of the grotto here, and the whole back of the grotto turned like a blanket of blood, red, the whole lot. It's the first time ever in this grotto that I really was shaking in my boots. So I had to sit down, and with that I looked at the candles that were lighting here behind me, and the flames of the candles were red, and the drippings were dripping like our Lord's blood, and it was really driven back to me as the passion of our Lord. After that, when I was sitting there, I could feel that the message that this grotto and our Lord is bringing with Our Lady is that Mass and the Holy Communion, based on prayer as well, will bring happiness and peace to this world. And I think this is the message, is it's peace and happiness through the Mass, Holy Communion and prayer.
Our Blessed Lady's message from Melleray Grotto is simple and straightforward, as her messages from the past have always been. It is a message of vital importance to the world, a message which will possibly stand side by side with that of Fatima. God is angry with the world, Our Lady said. The people have 10 years to improve and pray, and if not, then this is what will happen. The boys then receiving a vision of the Noah's Ark scene as an illustration of catastrophe. It is a message of hope also. The storm scene could mean one thing only, that if we would turn to God, as the apostles did in the boat, we would be saved. Our Lady warned us about the power of Satan in the world today. And again she mentions 10 years. But yet again she gives us hope. With your faith and prayers you can overpower the devil. Our Lady frequently used the words, behave and improve. In her messages to us, she told us how we were to achieve this. Preserve Sunday for prayer. The people must pray more. I want ye to pray harder. The people must go to Mass more and receive my Son more often. Here in Melleray Grotto, our Blessed Mother gave us, her children, a gift with these beautiful words. My message is peace and prayer. Tell the people that the water is blessed.
Sing to the mountains, sing to the sea. Raise your voices, lift your hearts. This is the day the Lord has made. Let all the earth rejoice. I will give thanks to you, my Lord. You have answered my plea. You have saved my soul from death. You are my strength and my song. Sing to the mountains, sing to the sea. Raise your voices, lift your hearts. This is the day the Lord has made. Let all the earth rejoice. Let us be glad and rejoice. He has turned our dead to life. Sing of the glory of God. Sing to the mountains, sing to the sea. Raise your voices, lift your heart. This is the day the Lord has made. Let all the earth rejoice. If we of heaven, the ocean star.
This is a true and accurate account of the events occurring at Melleray Grotto. This film has been commissioned by Melleray Grotto Committee for the sole purpose of spreading Our Blessed Lady's message.